Are you sharing this coffee with Abel? I think it would all fit in here. Okay, well there's room for you to put milk in then, I guess. It is like 5:30 p.m. So I had a very busy morning. You would have seen I not only made my daily Advent tea, which was strawberry flavored, I think. I'm not a big strawberry flavored things kind of person. I like strawberries, but the artificial and like added flavor and whatever always just isn't as good for me. But because it was an herbal tea, I went ahead and made myself also a cup of green tea. And then my two older kids had wanted coffee this morning. So they had set up their little drip coffee machine with coffee and a timer last night. And so this morning I went ahead and poured their coffee also for them. So it was kind of a lot extra this morning. And then work was extremely long and busy all day long. So I am going to go ahead and open up my yarn advent, and then we'll see what else I get up to this evening. I am feeling extremely congested, and I hate that very much. But yeah, I just didn't get a chance to open the yarn advent this morning because it was just so incredibly busy. It is the December 8th. Yep. I don't have my paper in here with me yet again. Okay, so today we have a very multicolored, I'm seeing a lot of greens and yellows and oranges and some reds. I wish I had brought the paper. Oh, it's also it's got like tweed. I don't know if you can see that on camera. So like, yeah, it's got some little bits of like tweed, yellow tweed. Is it all yellow tweed? It's like a yellow and blue tweed. And maybe red tweed. Oh, okay. So the yarn is dyed orange and yellow and green, it looks like. And then some of the red is dyed, but I guess some of it is tweed. And all of the blue is from the tweed. Very interesting. Okay, so that will be a really fun one to work up, although because it is so extremely multicolored and vibrant, we're going to go ahead and put that in the kind of secondary pile and not in the main project that I'm working up now. So because I'm working on the Advent project using a combination of my Advent, which is random scraps, not random scraps, they are specific scraps from a specific project that Natalie of Nitty Natty made. It was her 50 States Hexi Blanket. And so these are, but it's essentially kind of random colors, and my Advent is leftovers from that. And so this specific one will not go in my initial iteration of the Imagination quilt, which is a crochet quilt by Meema Makes. It will not go in that initial iteration because I'm using a more like softer color palette. And I think at this point we're at 4 for 4. I think 4 of the colors from the Advent are making it into the blanket, and I'm removing 4 of the colors and substituting in from my own stash of scraps. So we'll see. It might be an even split. I don't know. I don't have like a specific yarn from my stash in mind to substitute in for color number 8. So I will look. I think yesterday's was kind of a starting to lean more blue in the gradient, and so I could go that direction, or I could just see if I have another green in my stash that will function well in the gradient as well. I have a lot of greens in my scrap stash, I think, so that's why it's easier for me to stay in the green part of the gradient as long as possible. So yeah, that was today's. I will film again tonight and make sure that I remember to tell you what this color is. So I decided to go ahead and record this last little bit in my room so that I'm not like disturbing. Not that I think my husband cares if I'm talking while he's playing his games. But anyways, just for like privacy. He doesn't care. Okay, so I wanted to tell you what today's colorway was called. So this was, today's the 8th. So day 8 is the Arizona colorway in the color Fairy Farts by the Twisty Desert. That's Fairy Farts? 15% Donegal Nep, 85% Superwash Merino. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to tell you what I'm doing with my color schemes. So this was day 7 color, and I had said that it would go just fine next to day 6. But then I realized when it comes to the amount of types of scraps that I have, I think I had mentioned that I have a lot of green scraps in my stash, and so it's easier for me to stay in the green part of the color gradient for longer so that I don't run out of options. So instead of keeping this as the color number 7, the day 7 color, it is very pretty. So instead of keeping this color number or day number 7 as color number 7, I am going to substitute in some other colors so that like I can stay in the kind of green color progression range for longer. So what we're doing is this is going to be color number 7. And this is from Nerd Girl Yarns. It is the colorway Run Home Jack. I have a lot of this actually because it's like the never-ending colorway that I have. I'm in the middle of making a sweater out of it, but I had many extra skeins. So I also added it to my sister's sweater that I was like a fade t-shirt that I had knitted her. So that is going to go next to this. You would have seen in the previous clip that I was crocheting my day 6 task. That was this color and color number 2. So that's what I was working on earlier today. So this will be color number 7. And then this will be color number 8. And this is the Super Sock mini skein in the, this was from the Lafufu collection by Super Glow Fiber. And so it's like the green Labubu inspired from the Big Into Energy collection, I think. And then we'll have this color. So we're sort of getting a sort of gradient. So that'll be color, day number 7 will be color number 9. And then we're going to go with this kind of limey green. This is the colorway Lettuce from Malabrigo. This is Malabrigo sock. This is 100% superwash merino. I think that'll go really nicely. I could also switch these like that. That way we start getting a blue progression here. Honestly, this would have been better if it was like over here. But color number 5, I think I already did what I needed to with color number 5. What was color number 5? I don't remember what color number 5 was. Anyways. So we're just gonna do some moving things around, and this I think will work. And then the color that is color number 10, I already have like a sneak peek of that, and that definitely can go after this. I don't, because I had looked to make sure that it would go with whatever day number 7's colorway. That was this one, right? Yeah. So I had looked to make sure it would go with this. And it does, but also I believe it'll go with this still substituted in place. And I know that it will still be good for the blanket, so it can go here. If day number 9 also is a good one to go in the color scheme, I will also just include that, like, yeah. So that's what's up. Yeah, and Erin had confirmed for me that this is Muddy Dress. And I confirmed it by finding it in my project pages. So I had used, this is the basic sock, 100% superwash merino from Shipwrecked Sheep, and I had used this in my old Soul shawl. So that's what this is from. That's why it was only 18 grams left. I think that was all that I wanted to update you on before I finished out today's vlog. I realized that over the weekend and even today, my vlogs are just a little bit less, I don't know, exciting. And I honestly, I'm just going to chalk it up to the fact that I have been feeling unwell. And so, yeah, there. So I've just had less energy and less focus, and I just, yeah. Today was also extremely busy at work. It was an extremely full work day. I don't always get like a full, like 7 or 8 hours shift, and today was a day that I did. So it was a very busy day, and I just didn't get a lot of energy, I just didn't get a lot of time to work on projects, and also I just didn't have a lot of energy at the end of the day. So I did work a little bit more on my sock, but not a notable amount. Tomorrow should be a maybe slightly easier day. I do have the day off. I switched my Thursday day off with my coworker so that I could get Tuesday off for an appointment that I have, and hopefully if that appointment does not run too long, I should still have time to record the podcast. And so I will try to do that tomorrow. If I do not get it done tomorrow, I will make an effort to record it on Saturday morning again, like I did with the last podcast episode. So all that to say, there will be a podcast episode this weekend unless something wild happens, but it just might be recorded on a different day than I normally would, and it should not interfere with Vlogmas vlogs. So, okay. I think that's it for me tonight. I hope that you guys had a great start to your week and that the rest of this week continues to go really well. If you're enjoying the podcast, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're not enjoying it, I don't know why you watched until the end. Okay, anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.